Have you ever seen a dwarf person running? Isn't it funny? I'm sorry to say this. It's not politically correct. But people who are very short don't run that often. And they especially do not climb trees. They do not climb trees. And they do not also, also rich people don't climb trees. Rich people do what?
They chill.
No, well, so they do what? The rich people make other people climb trees. Do the rich people climb trees themselves?
No.
No. Rich people do what? Rich people make other people climb trees. This rich person will not run. He will make other people run. He will not climb trees. But why is he running? Why is he climbing a tree? Because, yes, Martin?
Because he wanted to see Jesus and he was doing it to humble himself.
Okay, very good. His desire to see Jesus outweighed the embarrassment of running and climbing a tree. And he ran ahead. And what I want to share today is that the only way we can see Jesus in our lives, is if we run ahead of our responsibilities, of our work, of our distractions, of our bad habits, of our wrong association, of anything in our life. He ran ahead of the crowd, and the crowd represents what? Those things that are causing us hindrances to see Jesus. And unless and until we make time and give priority to Jesus and set time aside for the Lord, that this time is sacred, and no matter what, no distraction, no social media, no notification, no phone calls, no nothing. No work responsibilities and no family responsibilities are going to hinder me from running ahead and coming. You see, when we continue to read, go ahead and read verse number 5, and let's see what that verse says. So when we go ahead and read verse 5, let's see what that says.
The place.
And when Jesus came to the place. Brothers and sisters, what I want to share with you is that there is a place where Jesus wants to come and meet you. But the only way we can meet Jesus in that place is if we run ahead of all the things that are causing us distraction and that are causing us hindrance to meet Jesus. If we can, because Jesus is coming to that place where he can have an encounter with us. Jesus is definitely going to that direction. The question is what? Are we running ahead and climbing the tree? Is it easy to climb a tree? No.
No.
We have to go through comfort zone.
Yeah, we have to leave the comfort zone to climb a tree. It's a hard thing to climb a tree. So to meet Jesus, is it hard? In some senses, yes. It's going to cost us what? Leaving our
Comfort.
laziness, leaving our distractions. So that's why it's not comfortable, it's not easy. It is very easy, if we are ready, it's very easy to meet Jesus. But what is causing us the difficulty? The world, the people, the situation around us is causing us our responsibilities and nothing else. Those things that are causing us hindrance to see Jesus. Sometimes we are seeking solutions in those things, thinking that those things can give us satisfaction. But the true satisfaction in our life can only come if we make the time enough to come ahead and do what? And meet Jesus in that place. So what is the solution? The solution is that we have to run ahead of our time, of our schedule, of our responsibilities, of whatever we have in our life, and to come to that place. And he climbed a specific type of a tree. What type of a tree was that? It was a sycamore tree. A sycamore tree is a fig tree. Sycamore tree is a fig tree. It is a type of a fig tree. There are two types of fig trees, and this type of a fig tree is the poor man's fig. It's the what? It's the poor man's fig, because this fig was not sweet enough. This fruit was hard, it was not sweet enough, and before it was ripe You had to physically climb and cut the fruit a little bit so that it can become ripe and you could eat that fruit. And even then, it was not sweet enough. But there was another kind of a fig tree that had a very, very sweet fruit. Okay, and very juicy fruit. This was not juicy, this was not sweet. There was a different kind of a fruit tree which was sweet and juicy. That was the rich man's fig tree, and this was the poor man's fig tree. And this tree was associated with what? This fig tree was associated with poverty. This fig tree was associated with poor people. Now, answer me this question. Do rich people like to be associated with the things of the poor people? Angela, is that true?
No.
They don't like poor people's things, right? Who over here likes poor people's things? Nobody's raising their hands. Everybody likes branded stuff, I guess, right? You like it? don't yeah. So we all, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Everybody likes an iPhone. Come on, guys. Nobody wants, no? Okay. Yeah, Martin is a good guy. No. Okay, but do you like unbranded stuff? You like unbranded stuff? Okay, so I don't have a hat, Sana, to take it off for you, but I'm taking off a non-physical hat. Sharon, please take off your hat for her, okay? Yeah, okay, so that's honor. But ladies, if a lady is telling me she doesn't like branded stuff, congratulations, brother, you're a lucky guy. Yeah. So ladies like what? Ladies, not only ladies, everybody likes branded stuff, right? Now, there are some people who really like to show it off, They want big chains and big logos on their clothes. But generally, people don't like to associate with what? Even if it's only quality. So this tree is associated with poor people. One of the qualities of this tree is that it has a low-hanging branches, which makes it easy to climb up. Now, Jericho, much of Israel is a desert area in that time, but Jericho itself is a garden city. It's a city. This is not the same Jericho which Joshua went around and the walls came down. This was a city situated adjacent to that or near that. It was built by King Herod, and this city had palaces, and it was a grand city, and it was a city that had a lot of gardens and trees. Why? Because the river Jordan passed near it just before it went into the Dead Sea. So there was water there, there was greenery over there, and there were trees over there. And what I want to share with you is that if you have a desire to see Jesus, God is going to plant a tree in your life. All you have to do is to have the humility and the energy and the desire to climb that tree. But many times we don't want to. Getting up in the morning and reading the Bible. I'm talking about myself. Not about you. We do not have the desire to do what? To climb that tree. If you see, brothers and sisters, what are we discussing? True satisfaction comes from where? From only being able to see Jesus in our lives. And we are seeking it where? Elsewhere. Thus we do not have what? True satisfaction in our life. Thus, we have to run ahead of our priorities. We have to run ahead of our schedule. We have to run ahead of our responsibilities, of our distractions. Climb that tree. Even that, climbing that tree meant that he had to be humble. Because that tree is associated with poverty. And he is a rich person. And the rich person does not want to climb a poor man's tree. But his desire to see Jesus is so strong that he climbs up that tree. And Jesus is doing what? He's coming his way. Let's go ahead in Luke 19, and we were in verse 5. Let's continue with that verse. Jesus is coming to Zacchaeus, and what is Jesus going to do, and what is Jesus going to say?
And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him.
He looked up and Jesus is coming every day. He's looking up into the tree. Alan, where are you? Jesus is also seeing your struggle. But you're not on the tree. Neither am I. We don't chase our routine to do what? To be able to climb the tree and to see Jesus. So Jesus came to that place, he looked up and he saw what?
Him.
He saw what?